sentimental sap, that's all. What's the use of trying not to fall? I have no will. You made your kill 'cause you took advantage of me. I'm just like an apple on the bough, and you're gonna shake me down somehow. So what's the use? You cook my goose 'cause you took advantage of me. I'm so hot and bothered that I don't know my elbow from my ear. I suffer something awful each time you go, and much worse when you're near. Here I am with all my bridges burned, just a baby in arms where you're concerned.
Hello there, welcome back to Alberto's La Bella Cuccina. It's been a little while since we have little problems with our computer in Fresno, but we're right back here into this wonderful weather in the area of Pacific Grove, where Alberto's is located. Alberto Ristorante specializes in Italian food. So give us a call today. Area code 831-373-3993. And I want to say a special hello to wonderful people that they call us, to what's going on with the restaurant, what's going on with our commercials, and our own television show. So yes, we want to say hello to Goyi Ramirez from McAllen, Texas. So hello, Goyi, and wish you very, very best for your new venture in the jewelry business. I see all your little things in Facebook. And I also want to say hello to Steve Keller, which he's gone now to Stanley Morgan. Those guys know what they're doing. So he's back at Stanley Morgan. So you guys, I wish you the best of everything. And today we have a wonderful time here. Weather is about 68 degrees and probably dropping a little bit. But we're having a fantastic weather, a weather that you can visit my guest restaurants, and of course mine. Well, he's one of the best restaurateurs in the area. And this is his third time or fourth time. And he has just about anything you want. You want to be in one of the areas of the side of the Lover's Point, you can go to his restaurant, the Bath House, the Beach House. And the other one, you can go to Wrap House, which is right on the other side of the ocean. So an incredible view. And nowadays we're going to discuss also this new venture, which is the whaling station. So here we go again, and we're going to introduce you to my very dear friend, hopefully, and wonderful restaurateur, Mr. Kevin Phillips. Kevin, it's always a pleasure to see you. Tell us about your new venture, your new restaurant, right on the Kennedy Road area, which is in a historic building. Is it historic or?
Well, thank you, Chef. It's great to be here with you again. And yes, we're talking about the Whaling Station Steakhouse, and it seems historic. It's been open since 1969. I have personal history there because I was working with Chef John Pisto when we remodeled and relaunched it in 1997 to position it as the peninsula's foremost steakhouse. And we did that, reach a new audience. The restaurant had the best run of its history, the late 90s, early 2000s. And then the partnership broke up in 2007. John and I went different directions.
So you were his partner at the time?
That's correct. I was his partner and running 4 restaurants he had at the time. And when he decided to sell a couple months ago, he called me. And because of my history with the restaurant, he wants it to continue the traditions that have made it a great steakhouse. And he thought that I was the best candidate to participate in that. And it's really a dream come true to be in there.
That's wonderful. And I guess that Mr. Piston knew what he was doing, of course. Did you have the experience and the knowledge to take over a wonderful restaurant like the Steakhouse, which is the Whaling Station?
Yeah, it's really very special. It's a true steakhouse in every sense. The great lineup of prime beef, but also the side dishes, the tableside Caesar, the great bar that people love to dine at the bar. We have a famous bar menu that everybody talks about. Since this ownership transfer came out, everywhere I go, people say, don't mess with the bar menu. We love that bar menu. So we want everybody to know that we've enhanced the bar menu. We've added some new items to it, and we're going to make it available throughout the restaurant as an early menu until 6:30 every day. It has 2 different steak sandwiches, blackened salmon, has a killer French dip, One of my favorite things in the world.
I have to go there, have a drink in there.
I love it. All of the dishes under $20, and they all include our famous wedge of iceberg salad with a real Roquefort dressing, which is you don't see anymore.
You don't, actually don't. There's another place that I've seen it, but it's not as good as maybe it's going to be at yours.
Well, it's rare. When John brought the wedge salad to the menu in '97, it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. It was still fairly new, and but it's being done with blue cheese dressing.
With that real blue cheese.
And I encourage them to do it with Roquefort because, you know, in the good old days of the restaurant business, all the great restaurants had a Roquefort dressing, and now it's all blue cheese. But there is no substitute for Roquefort, and that dressing on that iceberg wedge is fantastic.
Phenomenal salad. It's so, like you say, iceberg, really cold. It gets there. It's a wonderful taste, especially with that great dressing that you add to it.
It's great. So with the French dip, you get French fries, you get the salad, all of it for under $20.
And that's at the bar.
That's at the bar or in the restaurant or in the, until 6:30.
On any table that you
order
like.
you can order from the bar menu. Yes.
Let's try to abuse the steakhouse and go into that $20 gift that you give them.
That's right, and one of the things we're trying to do is change the perception of the Whaling Station. It's not just an expensive steakhouse for special occasions. It's really a place you can go regularly and enjoy those things that we're talking about. So I always encourage people to reintroduce themselves to the restaurant by going and enjoying the bar menu. It's a great way and a hell of a value.
So just only steaks, or you have pastas?
We have pasta.
You have pastas, you have rice or paellas and stuff like that?
Yeah, in fact, we had the old menu had 4 great pasta dishes on, and John had taken them all off. So we put them all back on. So we've got a lobster fettuccine. We do a prawns with Pernod and saffron. That's my wife's favorite pasta dish in all the world. And so we're having fun putting those things back together. And in addition to sides like béarnaise sauce, green peppercorn sauce, and we do a Roquefort compound butter you can put on your steak. Sensational.
So you're actually going to old school.
That's right.
Since you have the Caesar salad right in front of you, right in there, so they can mix it in front of you. Just don't too much garlic, not too much anchovies. Don't put the anchovies on. Yeah, people enjoy that kind of thing, and they try to direct the guy that's making the maitre d' or the waiter that is doing mixing your salad, which is very rare nowadays to have that dish, the salad that is going to be cold and wonderful, and you're going to feel good because they're making it especially for you at Whaling Station Steakhouse. So, any other dishes that you think you can?
Yes. In fact, we've introduced a new dish, a brand new dish. It's a prime rib egg roll. So we've got these egg rolls stuffed with shaved prime rib, caramelized onions, and a 3-cheese blend. And
yummy! I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, people are really enjoying that. We put it initially on the bar menu, and as of tonight, it's going to be on the regular menu under appetizers.
But so it starts from 4 to 6, 4 to 6:30?
4:30 to 6:30.
4:30 to 6:30 at the Steakhouse Whaling Station, that you can enjoy a great drink,
That's right.
and a nice appetizer, and a great social time. So,
Yeah, at the bar we make our own Manhattan mixture by the barrel.
Yeah.
So we've got the barrel on the bar. You can have a Manhattan right out of that, and well-stocked bar and an award-winning wine list as well.
There we go. You have all of the wines that because of you are a very beautiful steakhouse, you're going to have the wonderful Cabernets, the Pinot Noirs.
Big reds and big juicy steaks.
There we go. So remember, what's the number of the Whaling Station, by the way?
The phone number is area code 831-373-3778, and it's at 763 Wave Street, 1 block above Cannery Row. And we have free parking right by the front door.
Free parking too, which is very, very difficult to park in that area. So remember, call that number today, and plus of that, we're going to talk about now about other restaurants that Mr. Kevin Phillips is proud of, since we have now the bathhouse, or the beach house, pardon me.
Beach house,
I'm getting, the beach house is doing incredible improvements in this also.
Yeah, we've been open for a year and a half now, and a lot of people still refer to it as the old bathhouse, and that's fine.
I mean,
as long as they find it. And
it's easy to find as long as you go to Lover's Point, which is one of the best,
Yeah, it was voted best new restaurant in the county for 2013. So we're very proud of that, and we're proud of the community involvement we've had as well. We've donated $15,000 to the municipal pool project to help get the pool built, and it opened the weekend before the restaurant opened last year. We've become a primary sponsor of Meals on Wheels, which is right around the corner from us.
Right.
And also with the Feast of Lanterns, which
is right in front of you.
right there. And it was so much fun in July to have the fireworks and all the people down there and the hundreds of people who live nearby that we've gotten to know. And we're hoping to open our little deli down beneath the restaurant.
Next project, yes, next project, downstairs of the beach house, new project. What's it going to be called? Do you have any idea of it's going to be a deli? You're going to have the best pastrami sandwiches and all of that kind of deals, right?
The
sandwiches.
Lovers Point Beach Deli.
Lovers Point, there we go.
Because it'll be right above Lovers Point Beach. It'll have indoor and outdoor seating, free Wi-Fi, local coffee, and fresh baked items, and then a light breakfast and lunch menu.
Cappuccino, cafe latte.
Yeah.
You're sitting outside on the great beach, enjoying the sun. What else do you want?
Yeah.
But always visit the beach house, which is the next project, right?
The beach house, that's right.
The next project downstairs.
That's right, that's downstairs. And as far as the beach house goes, the Sunset Supper menu continues to be a packed house every night. So we've got 8 entrees under $10, drink specials, glass of wine, draft beer for $3.90, and it's a full house every night for that from 4 to 6 o'clock.
So remember, take advantage of that. At the beach house also, they have a great happy hour, which you can have salmon, you can have any other kind of any other dishes are there.
Grilled pork loin. We added sandabs to that menu as well recently.
So you have a great selection of it. So now we can go now to Abalonetti, right?
Abalonetti, which is known for calamari.
There you go, calamari.
Even this time of year, we're cleaning almost 1,500 pounds of squid every week in the kitchen.
Yes.
Right from the fishery to our kitchen to your plate.
Fresh calamari. How do you make the calamari there with the fresh tomato, pomodoro,
We
lemon,
serve
butter,
it
and garlic?
more than 20 different ways.
20 different ways.
More than 20 different ways. And dishes that are found only there, like the Marty Special, the fried fillets with fried eggplant and our marinara. Everybody knows the Marty Special. That's a wonderful dish. We simmer it in marinara sauce with pasta. Of course, the classic French fried calamari. We do calamari steaks. We do marinated. We do barbecued. We charbroil the squid. It's amazing. That's a very Mediterranean.
So it's one of your best sellers.
Yeah.
At the Abalonetti.
It's a lot of fun. People all the time come in and say, "Well, we had squid before, and it was kind of rubbery," and so we introduce them to the real deal. And
there we go.
It's a lot of fun because we do it every day, and nobody does anymore, and nobody does it like Abalonetti. No place is bringing the squid in and cleaning and doing the way we do it. It's really a lost art.
Yeah, it's a lot of work too.
Yeah, you can buy as you know, Chef, you can buy squid imported from Asia, ready to use, cleaned portion,
up.
ready to use. But this is the real deal. So if you really want to see a Monterey squid the best way, Abalonetti is where you want to be. And we have the largest waterfront patio in Monterey.
Indeed, yes, indeed. And then we about Rappas. Rappas is another big enterprise, another big venture. Mr. Kevin Phillips.
Rappas is rolling.
Are you happy with that? He's rolling?
We love it.
Rolling with people. Coming in. Bring it on. So we're going to you got a lot of fish, a lot of shrimp in there.
Big seafood menu. The restaurant sits right in the middle of the harbor. View from every table all the way. The kitchen's in the middle of the building, so the seating wraps all the way around. And there's always boats coming in and out, sea otters, paddle boarders, something to see all the time.
So you have your own show in there.
That's right.
A marine show.
We should film your show
only
there.
At Rappas. Huh?
We should film your show there.
There we go. This is our next project, to go there and film Rappas. And we're trying to film other restaurants of Mr. Phillips.
That'd be great.
It'd be good in there to go there and film the show there. It'd be wonderful with your background in there that you have.
Yeah, we'd love it.
And we will do the show there one of these days, of course. So we're going to talk more about the new venture that you have. Which one is going to be now?
Yeah, we'll get back to talk about some of the personnel that we have. Very excited about some of the talented people.
Have you changed people at the winning station?
We have in a very surprising way. We have, yes.
Okay.
And the maitre d' who was there for 16 years has returned after she spent last year and a half helping me open the beach house as head waiter. He's back at the front door, Alfredo Ortiz, and everybody around town knows him.
For years.
He was called a hospitality guru by the Monterey Herald a couple weeks ago, and that's very fitting. And the chef, we have David Stember, who has been there for 35 years, took a year off, worked for the Wharf Marketplace with the produce company, and he's back in the kitchen, running the kitchen, and we just couldn't be happier about our team.
That's wonderful. We'll be right back after this message.
The following is a list of celebrities you will not see on MeTV programs. Charlie Sheen, Lindsay Lohan, Snooki, Paris Hilton, Perez Hilton, Honey Boo Boo, Justin Bieber, Simon Cowell, Chris Brown, Miley Cyrus, and the Real Housewives of any place. This is who you will see on MeTV programs. Lucy, Ralph, Mary, Perry, Gilligan, Kenneth, Spock, Batman, Rowdy, Festus, and the Beaver. MeTV. Thanks for watching.
Would you like to help bring comfort to a child in crisis, a terminally ill patient, or one of the forgotten elderly? Teddy Bears with Heart, a local nonprofit, has received so many bear requests for the holiday season that once again our cupboards are bare of bears. Small bears are needed for fire engines and police cars. Mid-sized bears are used in Casas and Salinas and Santa Cruz County Children's Courts. And new bears, acceptable for all ages, are needed for hospitals. You can help by donating a teddy bear at one of our drop-off locations throughout Santa Cruz and Monterey counties. Please visit our webpage at tbwh.org for specific places.
Hello, welcome back to Alberto's La Bella Cuccina. Today we're so incredibly happy to have Mr. Kevin Phillips with us, telling us all about. We can always learn every day of all of the things. Mr. Phillips has been in the restaurant business, most of your life.
Oh, yeah.
He's been the general manager of Paradiso before anybody was there, and then he was the manager of the steakhouse, which is now his own restaurant, which is the Wedding Station, and now he owns also Rapas, which is another incredible, responsibility for you. And not only that, he owns also Abalonetti's, which is very, wonderful to eat there. Your wonderful squid. You can have squid 20 ways. Could you imagine that? Yumbo. I'm happy to feel that. Oh. And then, great wines, right?
Oh yeah, great. So all of them featuring Monterey County wines in particular.
All of Monterey County. So you can have a great time, and actually you can have it al fresco.
Al fresco, that's right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Al fresco, you can eat outside in the Balonetti's. And also, the beach house also has an incredible patio, and it's heated, and you have a wonderful time. And you can also go in there and have a bottle of wine with a little appetizer. Would that be okay?
Certainly.
People go there?
The patio, I think, was the biggest surprise, Chef, because I had a hard time imagining people eating dinner outside at night in Pacific Grove. And even in the summer, it gets pretty chilly. And but it's everybody that's been there wants to be on the patio when they come back. It has about 32 seats, so it's not a huge patio, but it stays busy from opening till closing. As you mentioned, it's fully heated. We have a heated floor. We have radiant heaters around the top. We have gas heaters. We have a retractable awning system. So we went all the way through the winter last year with that patio only closed a couple days when it rained really, really hard. But other than that, it's very popular. And now we've started a new program where we actually will rent the patio. So you can book the patio for a private dinner, have it all to yourself for the whole evening. And we've done several of those lately, groups of 25 to 40. Last week we did a wedding dinner there for 40 on the patio, and they absolutely loved it.
So how comfortable can you be if you book that room at the beach house, when you can walk there and it's warm and you can see the weather outside is rainy and bad weather, but at the beach house it'll be nice and comfy, having a nice bottle of wine or maybe a cappuccino with your favorite girl. Huh? So remember, call the beach house, which the beach house number is
375-2345.
There we go. So always remember, the beach house is there for you, and there's going to be more surprises coming up
That's
in
right.
the next 6 months. Maybe 6 months or 3 months.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going. We're also going to be kicking off a catering business in the park next to the restaurant. We're taking over the function that the city performs right now of selling permits for the park. We're going to take that function over for the city. So if someone wants to book to have a wedding in the park, they'll come to us for the permit, and then we'll be the gateway for them having catering We can put up tents.
But you can have it there.
That's right, right in the park. You can have your reception right in the park or in the restaurant, whatever you need. But we're gonna be kicking that off over the next month or so, and just exciting times down there. The restaurant across the street from Lovers Point has been purchased and it's going to be rebuilt by some foreign investors, and we're excited to see that happen as well, just to bring more life.
We're talking about what, a year or 2 years from now?
It's difficult to say. We haven't seen the actual applications yet, but it will probably require Coastal Commission approval, which we're dealing with that, and we've been working on our project for a year and a half, and we haven't been able to get it fully approved yet.
A year and a half,
but we're
huh?
close, yeah. But we're close.
Well, those guys must be very busy, and
They're busy, and there's a lot of technical
Yeah.
issues that have to be worked out. So we have to bring in consultants and attorneys, and it just takes time.
and
And that's right.
money. That's all they want. My
That's right.
God.
And our chefs, I think you met the chefs
Yes,
at the beach
Jorge
house.
at the beach house. I
And-
met them. Yeah.
2 weeks ago, they got married.
Maron. That's
Yeah.
nice.
They got married, went on their honeymoon to Hawaii, just got back, and so they're very happily settling into their new life. And they've been chefs at the restaurant since we opened it, and they're right now planning some changes on the menu, for some seasonal changes on the menu. And if you look at Facebook or our website, beachhousepg.com, you can follow along that.
Great. So you have new dishes and new
Yeah,
stuff and all that.
that's right. Husband and wife chef.
There you go. There you go. You're happy there.
Yeah,
But now go
everybody's
back
happy.
to Rapas, which is Jorge. Jorge is the one of the
Jorge-
chefs who's been there for
Yeah.
many years too.
Chef Jorge Perez is just a gem. He was at Paradiso for 17 years.
God,
On Cannery Row. The restaurant closed in December, and we were already working on putting the Rapas deal together. And when I contacted Jorge, he decided that he had offers all over, but he waited 4 months till we were able to get Rapas open so that he could make that his kitchen. And he's a wonderful guy to work with. He brought almost entirely his own crew with him, an entirely new menu, and we hit the ground running. The guy's terrific in the kitchen, well respected by the guys
Yeah.
that work with him, and he put a great menu together. So we were just delighted with the performance of Rapas through the summer. It exceeded our expectations. It's still rolling strong right now, and also because we have a great front of the house crew. In all of our restaurants, we have very talented people. We're very fortunate, and that's certainly no exception at Rapas.
You actually keep them. Many of them keep them in. Even if you're a new company, they stay with you.
They do. They want to be there, and that's a sense we've been having. We have two things going on. A lot of people want to work with us, but we have very little turnover. So
Right.
there aren't a lot of opportunities. Once the restaurant gets staffed and set, we don't have a lot of turnover. They're work environments that people enjoy, and they enjoy working with each other. And we have a good culture. We've developed a good culture in all of the restaurants.
Maybe because they're happy because you're the head men over
Well,
there.
I just try to support what they're
They like
doing.
you. They
But
like you.
without guys like Chef Jorge Perez or the general manager, Jerry Paducah, who is a wonderful talent, running the front of the house. And also even though the restaurant was closed for almost 5 months, 6 front of the house people rejoined us. 2 bartenders, 2 of the managers, and 2 of the servers rejoined Rapas after all that time. And they're very happy with the changes and the increase in business, which has been pretty dramatic.
Wonderful.
And so it's just a very happy place to be. And when you see those views,
It's amazing.
stunning.
Amazing.
It's stunning.
Amazing restaurant.
People talk about breathtaking views from restaurants that are on the water. This is really extraordinary.
It is.
The restaurant is right out in the harbor.
It is.
You have to see
You
it.
can actually see anywhere, from the left to the right to
That's
the
right.
center of the building. There's no way that beautiful view, whales, whatever you want to watch, they're there.
Yeah, the whale watching boats
to
come
give you a show.
right in there. They come in and out right next to the restaurant. They come in really fast. Looks like they're going to crash into the restaurant. It's a lot of fun. But they come in there, turn around, and put people on and off, and it's great fun.
What great location, So, what else is going to be in your projects in the near future?
Well, we're hoping to get the patio improvements at Abalonetti. We're looking to put heaters, a fire pit, some festival lighting out there, and that needs also some form of approval from the Coastal Commission. So we're working on that now. I'm working with the city, trying to get their support to do that. Same goes with the deli at Lover's Point. Those are projects we really want to get moving, but they're just very time consuming.
That'd be a great experience to go to the deli there, and then actually you have donated money for the pool.
That's
you
right.
put in a shower on the outside, so they can
right.
shower. People can shower there.
Yeah, we got involved. The pool fundraising kind of stalled out. They'd raised about half the money. So my partner and I decided, well, we first put in $10,000. That was matched by Big Sur Marathon. And then Richard Stillwell, who's known as Mr. PG, after that, he promised to match every new dollar up to $100,000. So within a couple of weeks, the pool became fully funded. And then in the end, they ran out of money to put the last section of fencing in. So we put it on the $5,000 to take care of that.
My God,
So
very
the
expensive
pool got
to
open.
expensive project.
Yeah, it's a great project. Great,
Sure is.
public pool where children learn to swim, and it's heated. We love it. It's right next to our restaurant building, along with brand new, sparkling clean restrooms for the public that are also in our building, and we
you
maintain
are
them.
responsible to
We maintain them
that.
on the
My
back
God,
of the
that's
city.
wonderful.
Yeah, so it's a great facility. Great facility at a world-class location
Definitely,
at Lovers Point
yes.
Beach. So hopefully soon you'll be able to walk in from the beach and have a latte or a
That's right. It's so comfortable to go there, and I can envision that, to go there and sit down there and have a nice salad and wonderful glass of wine, and enjoy a great chat with your girlfriend or your others, your family.
That's right. Come for that sunset supper. We consider it the greatest dining value in the history of mankind.
How about that, huh? Yes, that's wonderful. So you must be happy to having so many good restaurants in there. Then you put all your time,
It's very satisfying. And again,
big effort.
Again, it comes back to the personnel. The people, being able to get the chef to come back to the waiting station, the maitre d' to come back to the waiting station, and the excitement that the regulars have when they come in and see those guys there. The bar manager, also named William Rammel, he was at one time general manager of the waiting station, and he has a history there going back into the mid-'90s, and he's there with us as well. So the four of us were the ones that were there when the restaurant went through its best years in its history, and we're putting it all back together, and then introducing these new elements like the prime rib egg rolls. And the prime rib program in general is really great. That prime rib we use is also prime grade prime rib. It's very unusual. 28 days age, and we have a special oven for roasting it, so we have it every night. And it also makes for the French dip, that's shaved prime rib. And we have a new barbecue beef sandwich too. We make our own barbecue sauce, bourbon based, and you shave the prime rib, dunk it in that, and put it on garlic toast.
At the bar or at a table?
It's on the bar menu. The bourbon barbecue beef sandwich.
What a treat. That's
Outstanding. Yeah, you got to try that one.
good. Yeah, with a nice bottle of wine, huh?
There you
And a
go.
nice steak sandwich.
It's all there.
Take your favorite girl up there at the steakhouse waiting station.
That's right.
Yeah? And enjoy a great one. But it's not expensive either, right?
It's very affordable, particularly with the expansion of the bar menu. Everything's there, and it's very affordable.
So there you go. So the next time you're thirsty and hungry, visit the steakhouse waiting station. But you will never think bad about that. Great price,
We love it.
and people love you. They welcome you. Why not? So, what's another thing that we want to talk about, Mr. Phillips?
Well, we're working on some new projects. There may be another restaurant, actually.
Oh boy.
So we're in talks on a couple different projects. Nothing's happened yet, but there are some interesting opportunities out there. And so we went very quickly from 2 restaurants to 4. That happened just within a few months recently, and it's going very, very well. So I think the idea of a 5th restaurant is not too bad.
It's on the agenda.
It may happen, and you'll probably hear about it first.
Oh, right, here at the Alberto's La Cuccina. Remember that. Here is where you hear the best rubbers in town. Remember that. Yes, so we can always talk about, and we can always enjoy,
Yeah.
to listen to Mr. Kevin Phillips, who's still giving us the best news.
Like
of
the
world.
like the stories we talked about on air that you say I can't talk about on
There
air.
you can't, you can't. So that's great that you're expanding so fast. I mean, my God.
It's great, and my son's general manager of the beach house.
Yeah, Jeremy.
And we also brought him in as part of the ownership group of the whaling station.
How about that?
So
Huh?
we're
That's a
bringing
great
him along.
opportunity.
That's right, grooming him to one day take my place.
Well, nobody's
And
going
I
to
may-
take your place,
Well,
Mr. Phillips.
I can take a day
Yeah.
off maybe once in a while.
A day off? You kidding me? Yeah. But maybe you take 2 hours off, like like every restaurateur.
Yeah.
They never off.
I don't know what I would do that's better than this.
Yeah. So you can go there and maybe have dinner. Where do I have dinner tonight? Huh?
There you go.
Maybe at the wharf. Maybe at the steakhouse. Maybe at the other place.
Yeah.
That's wonderful to have that kind of choice.
Maybe at Alberto's.
There you go. It's about time you come to Alberto's one day and then give us a pleasure to cook for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yes, indeed. So, any more news about anything else that we can talk about?
There's a lot of things. Not much we can talk about. There's an interesting issue about a farm that I will tell you about.
Oh, you're going to farm
This is a brand new story.
a farm, so
We're
you can
getting
have
involved
your
with a farm,
lettuce
that's
and all
right.
from there to
Yes.
your table.
Yes, we're getting involved with a farm in Watsonville.
Wow.
It's
So
gonna be a
you're
big
buying the farm.
It's going to be a big story. It's going to be a big story. And they're doing something that's really revolutionary. It's called aquaponics. And they raise fruits and vegetables using water, which people know from hydroponics, but this one they use fish. And the fish provide the fertilizer, and they circulate the water through the fish tank and through where the plants are growing. And it's closed system. It's actually above organic.
Wow.
And we're going to be bringing that into the restaurant and promoting it. And we'll have our own section out there to grow whatever we'd like.
So remember, you're
Kids
here the
restaurant.
first year at Alberto's La Bella Cuccina. That's always interesting to know new secrets. And of course, we've learned them from Mr. Phillips. He's telling us all about that. So more of that. And I hear it was your birthday a couple of weeks ago.
No, it's coming up.
Oh, it's coming
Hasn't
up,
happened yet, yeah.
I thought I'm looking at that Facebook and see when it's your
Yeah,
birthday.
it's coming up. Going to be 55.
You're still a young man.
We did just celebrate our wedding anniversary, though. 31 years.
31 years.
Yeah.
And you have 2 kids, right?
2 kids, yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy?
Jeremy, the general manager of the beach house, and our daughter Ashley.
I met her. I had the pleasure to meet her
right.
at the beach house also.
She helps run Paradise Catering out in Carmel Valley.
How about that? So she's not
John.
working for you?
Not yet, but we are
Come
starting
on.
a catering business,
Oh,
so that could be happening.
that's wonderful, wonderful.
Incredibly talented young lady.
Of course, she grew up in your business, huh?
All the credit to her mother.
Really?
Mother brought her up right. That's right.
That's great. That's great. First time I hear that from a husband. So
That's true.
What about the wife? You know? Always talk about. Let's don't
She's the
talk about
best.
it.
No, I'm truly blessed. She is the best. My wife Julie is the best.
Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. I hope I can get somebody like that as lucky as Mr. Phillips is.
Yeah.
You know?
And she works with me too.
There we go.
Yeah, she's running the
She-
office at the whaling station now.
Well, she answers the phone, right?
Yeah, she's over there running the whaling station. After running the beach house for the last 2 years, she's now running the whaling station office there. So it's great.
So there's an office, there's an upstairs, and then
There's an office upstairs above the restaurant that she
so you didn't
she
buy the
manages.
property, you just bought the building.
That's right. We have a 20-year lease.
20-year lease.
Yeah.
So I think you had a good deal because Mr. Pistol knew you.
That's right.
You knew
Yeah.
he knew that you were the best man to run that place and to run it well.
Well, he reached
Lisa.
out to me because of my history there and my understanding of what makes it a great restaurant.
So you
And
know that place like your hand.
I do, and it's just what we've been doing is returning the focus to what makes it the great steakhouse. There's a lot of restaurants that serve great steak, but this is a real steakhouse.
Right,
It has
yeah.
the feel, it has the menu items, and I think it really delivers.
So I don't see any steakhouses here that can compete with you and that kind of a with
Well,
prime
I don't
rib
either.
and all that.
I don't
see
either. A
anything.
couple have come and gone, but the scale of restaurant that we do. We also have a banquet room that seats 50, and we had a group in there last night and we do all of items off our regular menu down there. So filet mignon, Caesar salad, for groups that size, and very successfully. And we have a great following for that banquet room. It has its own separate entrance. We just put a new carpet in. It has the same decor and feel that the restaurant has.
We'll be right back after this message.
Seaside Auto Center in Seaside. Only in Seaside will you find Acura, Audi, BMW, Cadillac, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Fiat, Ford, GMC, Honda, Infiniti, Jaguar, Jeep, Land Rover, Lexus, Lincoln, Nissan, Porsche, Ram, Scion, Subaru, Toyota, and Volvo. More models to choose from and better deals at Seaside Auto Center. Easy to find off Highway 1 in Seaside. Seaside Auto Center. Online at seasideautodealers.com.
Thank you for coming back to Alberto's restaurant. And we are having an incredible conversation with Mr. Doug Armstrong, the wonderful specialist in wonderful wines.
You can say notorious again.
Notorious. Notorious in the wine industry. So he's here to tell us all about the great wines that are actually happening now. But like we talked a little bit ago about Vino Santo. Now he's going to tell us which is one of the wines in the California area, like a Merlot or a Cabernet. This is the best time to drink a nice Cabernet. Or one of your favorites. Which is one of your favorites one?
Oh my gosh, that's a tough question. Stag's Leap, Schaefer, Dariouche,
And that's
Cliff
what?
Letty. The Cabernet Sauvignon. You mentioned Cabernet
Yeah, yeah.
Sauvignon. There's some great Cabernets. The Napa Valley, of course, is known the most for Cabernet. That's where you'll find the more expensive Cabernets of this area of California. That's where Stag's Leap Wine Cellars is. That's where Schaefer is. That's where Silver Oak is. You go up on the mountains. I prefer personally some of the Stag's Leap district as well as the Howell Mountain district. The Howell Mountain area, you get a little bit more softness to the grapes. And one of my favorites from the Howell Mountain district is a wine called Viader, Viader. It's Delia Viader's winery, delicious wine. There's another one called Roberts and Rogers. It's really nice, but I like the Cabernets from Napa mostly coming from the east side, which is where the Silverado Trail cuts right through Stag's Leap and then goes up to Howell Mountain. But there's some spectacular ones coming from there. If you want Cabernets that are a little bit more price conscious, but still really good quality, and this is probably the fastest growing up and coming region in California, and that to get it from the Paso Robles area.
Paso Robles
Paso Robles AVA, yeah. Justin is down there, and of course Justin Isosceles, their red blend is very famous, but they're very well known now for Cabernets, as well as Zinfandel Petit Syrah, but it's because it's a lot warmer. Napa is very warm, but in Paso Robles there's a lot of different pockets of different types of weather. You'll hear arguments over the east side and the west side and the Templeton Gap, and we need to be different than that. And it's generally perceived that the west side of Highway 101 in the Paso Robles puts out some of the better ones, and that's where you'll find Justin and Hearst Ranch and some of the others that are really, really good Cabernets. I like drinking Cabernet Sauvignon. I don't, I'm a former chef, you know that, for many, many years. I personally don't think Cabernet goes as well with food as something like Pinot Noir or Syrah. And I know their Syrah is kind of peaked out and harder to sell. People aren't quite sure what they're drinking or what it is, but to me Syrah goes really well with food, and Pinot Noir is my favorite varietal of all. I prefer French Burgundy. Red Burgundies are all Pinot Noirs. White Burgundies are all Chardonnays.
So any Burgundy is a Pinot Noir?
Any Burgundy that's red is Pinot Noir. Any Burgundy that's white is Chardonnay. So it's just the Burgundy is the area of France, and there are many different places and labels and stuff that make it. It's very unique over there, and that the vineyards are owned by different people. You can have a Grand Cru or Premier Cru vineyard, like in Puligny Montrachet, for instance, and have this vineyard, and it can be owned by 8 or 10 different families, and one family will own 4 rows, another family will own 3 rows, and that's why you can see this vineyard and Puligny Montrachet on a label, but with different names on the labels. And they actually are estate because they own those 3 rows.
So the Puligny Montrachet is a Burgundy.
Puligny Montrachet is an area in Burgundy.
In Burgundy.
Just
So
like-
is the Puy Fusé and all of those?
Pardon me?
Puy Fusé too?
Puy Fusé is a different area in Burgundy.
Okay,
and,
but it's a Burgundy.
Actually, no, I'm
It's
sorry.
not from Burgundy.
Not, yeah, Puy Fusé is from north. It is Burgundy, but it's closer to the Macon
White.
area.
Oh, Macon.
And it's
Glass.
white. It's white,
Glass.
and it's Chardonnay.
It's a Chardonnay,
Yeah.
white Burgundy.
Yes,
From Burgundy.
correct. It's from the northern end of Burgundy, and we're getting towards the Macon Viage area.
Yeah,
of Macon,
because a lot of people think
and that
that
is Burgundy.
Burgundy is a red wine.
That is
It
because
is, yes.
That is because, I won't say names, but some big producers from the Central Valley of California making these big jug wines would put Hardy Burgundy on their label, and everybody thought for a long time here in California that's what Burgundy was. Real Burgundy is produced only from the Burgundy region in France, and if it's red, it's Pinot Noir, if it's white. Here, if you get Hardy Burgundy or Burgundy from California, if it says that word, you're not really quite sure what's in it unless you read the text sheet and find out what's in it.
Yeah,
So-
it's like people get confused also the fact that the Chianti is Sangiovese,
It's not a grape.
right?
Yeah.
It's Chianti. Sangiovese is from Chianti.
Yes, and they've had some rules there for quite a long time that have just recently changed. And where I was on Sunday, I was up in the Livermore area, and there's a winery up there growing and making some Trebbiano.
Ah,
And I reminded some of the people I was with that up until recently, Trebbiano had to go into Chianti. Only a little bit, but it's a white grape. And you had to have a little bit of white grape in the Chianti. But Chianti is an area, and it's actually the Chianti Classico. When you see Chianti Classico, people think, oh, it's a classic Chianti, but it's not. Classico is one of the areas of Chianti. There are 6 or 7 regions. There's Rafina, there's different regions, and Classico is just one of those. It is considered the best region, but it's just the name of the region in Chianti. But Sangiovese is the base grape, and now they changed the law, or the law of the DLC, so that they do not have to put the Trebbiano in there anymore. But for many, many, many years, it was actually one of the things that kicked off the Super Tuscan phase, because there were wineries that did not want to put white grapes in their blends.
oh,
So they decided to not do it, and they couldn't call themselves Chianti, so they made up a name: Sassicaia, Ornellaia, Tignanello, and they became what was known as Super Tuscan.
and your favorite ones.
Yeah. One of my favorite ones?
And your favorite ones, Sassicaia and
Yeah.
Tignanello,
Those are all really
Gaia.
delicious wines.
and
Gaia doesn't do a Super Tuscan. They do Brunellos,
Yeah.
but Gaia makes Barolos.
Barolos.
that are
Out of reach.
So expensive.
out of reach.
We were just discussing that too. Yeah, those are extremely expensive wines.
not in my pocket. They've been
Angelo Gaia, but so that in California, like I said, I was on Cabernet from the area down below us, Cabernet from Napa. Pinot Noirs is our pride and joy here in Monterey County, and we have different appellations within Monterey County. We have the Chalon appellation on the east side of 101. We have, or of the valley. We have the Santa Lucia Highlands, which is a very well-known appellation now on the west side of the Salinas Valley. The Arroyo Seco also produces some nice Pinots, but you can find some beautiful Pinot Noir coming from the Santa Lucia Highlands. We have this unique weather here, foggy in the morning, foggy in the evening. A breeze comes up about 3 o'clock in the afternoon that really helps air out and
Okay.
dry out the grapes. Pinot Noir thrives on a cooler climate. They can't be too hot, like in the Central Valley, for instance, Lodi or whatever. You don't see a lot of Pinot coming from there, or you don't see a lot of Pinot coming from Paso Robles, because it just gets too warm. So Monterey County, beautiful for Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Syrah. Go past Paso Robles and get into the San Luis Obispo area, where it's Edna Valley and even part south Santa Maria, Santa Barbara. Also beautiful Pinot Noir, because that area is actually the coolest growing climate for a day's temperature. The mean temperature is the coolest in the whole state of California. But they also, wherever you can grow good Pinot Noir, you can grow good Syrah. And one of my favorite Syrahs are from the Santa Barbara area is Coupe, Q-U-P-E.
Are the Syrahs expensive or they're middle?
No, they have a varying range. I would say from 15 retail up to $40, but you can get them very affordable. But there's some really nice Pinot Noirs, and of course from here, Pinot Noirs, Talbot. Of course, they do a great job, and on the other side, there's Chalon. But this is also the area where Pizzoni is, and where Rohr is, and Rath, and you can get Santa Lucia Highlands Pinot Noirs also from Hahn, that they have regular level, reserve level, and then they have some vineyard designate stuff, and it's all really nice. So you can get an idea from what you can get all the way up and down the Santa Lucia Highlands. But Pinot Noir is my favorite. We're just, I'd say, finishing up harvest, and we're going to have an abundance of really great wine from the last 3 vintages right here from Monterey County. So pretty excited about it.
Because of the great weather that we have.
The great weather, the climate has been so good the last 3 years.
But no rain,
for harvest. Not rain until after harvest, and the state of California is in a drought. That's actually good for growing grapes for the quality level, not necessarily the quantity, but the quality. It's like dry farming almost, but they do irrigate a little bit still, but the lack of rain hurts us by all means in the state, but it actually helps the quality of wine.
The Syrah.
Yeah.
Better than.
But with food, yeah, definitely. Cabernet, sitting out on the back deck with some cheese, beautiful. But if you're having a meal, Pinot Noir, Syrah, to me, go better with food.
We're going to have to continue with more and more wines now. We're going to find out from these master sommelier about the wines in Europe, the Italian wines, the French wines, the Spanish wines, right after these mentions. Thank you.
Come here a minute and I'll show you something.
Are you ready for this? MGM's #1 digital movie network
You could call it that.
and Tribune Broadcasting
Check this out.
have teamed up to make this TV the destination for movies.
It's our new house.
Oh my God.
This is a real big deal.
I agree with you.
With MGM's library, one of the deepest and freshest in Hollywood,
There's a fine line between stupid and clever.
with over 4,000 titles. This TV is a powerhouse movie channel.
Oh, look at that.
The best just got better. So step up to this. Because this is the place to be.
Exactly.
This TV.
This TV is available over the air on channel 27.2. Visit kymbtv.com for a list of all our stations.
You're watching memorable entertainment television. MeTV Monterey.
We'll be right back. Hello there. Welcome back to Alberto's La Bella Cuccina. We're having an interesting conversation with restaurateur, entrepreneur, Mr. Kevin Phillips. He's telling us all about his 4 restaurants and maybe getting another 5 for his empire. So one of these days it's going to be, all of the restaurants in the area of Mr. Kevin Phillips on the right place, though. He doesn't fool around. He goes into the right places, like buying Beverly Hills. He's buying all of the Kennedy Row area. So we have he's got other competition there, which who, and but I think he's in the same level of restaurants, maybe better. Of people that we know there. That they have been in the area for many years,
That's right. And if you're afraid of competition, you got no business being on the wharf. That's for sure.
Thank you.
We got 10 restaurants literally within feet of each other. Everybody tried to beat each other's brains in to get all the business there, and it's a lot of fun.
It sure is, and every day is more competition and more things happening.
Yeah, and just now we're looking at some seasonal changes coming along. We're just a few weeks from crab season.
Wow.
And there's a lot that's exciting stuff on the wharf when we get the fresh crab right out of the bay. It already opened in Washington State, and we're bringing that in. Today we've got fresh crab at Abilene from Washington State. Beautiful fresh Dungeness crab. And
so you can do a dish with crab or salad?
Yeah, mainly it's just the whole fresh cracked crab. hot or cold,
With the aioli.
with drawn. Oh man, I mean, what's better than that?
It's low calorie too.
That's right.
So, abalone for crab very soon, right?
That's right. And if you want to celebrate local fish, how about some barbecued sardines?
How about that? How about that?
It's amazing how popular those have become.
No, we're going back to Italy. We're going back to you know.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Healthiest food on the planet is a sardine.
And the sardines are not small. They're
Actually,
big.
these are big now. They're pretty big.
Big sardines.
These are 8-10 inch long sardines. They're big and meaty and very mild tasting. It's fun to introduce people to them that haven't had them before. They're very mild flavored.
Do they have bone? Do you bone them?
No, we barbecue them whole.
And then the bone comes
and
out.
we show how. Yeah, we show how with a
the
knife and
middle.
fork. It's very easy to pull them off the bone, and with a little spicy marinara sauce, and the little char from the charcoal. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. But you know, sardines are interesting. They're very high in omega-3 fatty acids, and they grow very fast, so they don't acquire toxins from the environment. So they're very, very healthy. We used to run them occasionally as a special, more of a novelty, but I decided a few years ago to put them on the regular menu, and we sell 25, 30 pounds a week. No problem.
Really?
No problem.
At the
on
Rapas
sardine.
and
Yeah, primarily abalonetti. It's an abalonetti specialty.
Abalone special.
Yeah, and
Seafood.
People come in and they just love it. We're getting line caught sand dabs from the Panizzi brothers on Wharf 2. Our line caught sand dabs. Now you know sand dabs. Everybody in this area loves sand dabs. Normally you see them as a fillet, but I'm sure you know the best way to cook them is on the bone,
Right.
whole on the bone, and again the sand dab bone is like a comb. It's very easy to deal with.
Right, yeah.
Most people just want filleted fish, but there's something about those sand dabs cooked on the bone. It is better.
It sure is.
Pan
It's
fry
better
them on the
taste.
bone. Oh, it's a wonderful
Near the
fish.
bone, you know, tastes better.
That's right. We serve a lot. We serve a lot of sand dabs, and those are really good products. And also salmon. You've had the salmon at the beach house.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful.
We're featuring a very special item. It's actually a certified organic, farm-raised king salmon out of Canada. Now, there's no certified organic seafood in the United States, but there is in Canada. So it's a very, very highly regarded and inspected item, and it's king salmon. Most farm-raised salmon is Atlantic species. This is king. This is a king salmon, and been very well received, and very close to getting certified by the Seafood Watch. The aquarium certified the world's first approved farm in Chile recently. So there's an approved farm salmon producer in Chile, South America, and I think that other ones like Lac Duarte, people familiar with that, farm salmon. There's others, but this farm-raised king salmon I think is going to become approved, and it's a wonderful product.
So it'll be at all the restaurants.
We're serving at the beach house, and we're going to introduce it at the probably one of the wharf restaurants very soon. It's a brand called Creative. So if you get a chance, go on Google and look up Creative King Salmon and see this incredible product that they're producing. Very high in omega-3 fatty acids and great tasting. Great taste. We serve about 65 orders a night at the beach house.
Well, that's wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, very
Wow.
popular.
You have a nice cioppino there too?
We do cioppino on Sundays. Every Sunday night at the beach house we do cioppino, and Chef Brianna, instead of a marinara, she does a puree of roasted sweet red peppers and makes that her broth for the cioppino, and it is outstanding. You have to try that one.
I'm going to try that, huh?
Every Sunday. And we, of course, serve cioppino every day at Rapas and Abalonetti, and no fooling around, no pasta, no rice. This is just a real one-pot wonder of seafood, marinara, butter, wine, herbs. Incredible.
Swimming in that beautiful broth.
Oh, yeah. Mop it up with some garlic bread.
Unbelievable,
It's great
unbelievable.
stuff.
So,
And
yeah.
Chef Jorge does a paella, too, that's very popular at Rapas. He has on the menu every day right now.
The paella.
Paella and a seafood risotto. Outstanding, outstanding. And he's very proud of his. He has an Italian side also, Chef. He worked for Vito Spadaro for I think 10 years. So he does his own lasagna, his meatballs. He's very proud of those items. Gnocchi, all those handmade in house at Rapas as well.
How about so you can have meatballs and good lasagna?
Wonderful, and beautifully executed. And he's very proud of those items. So, want some great classic Italian food? Come down to Rapids and check that out. If you're down on the waterfront.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. We would probably like your idea of filming at Rapids.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
It'd be fun to have all that incredible.
Oh, it's a feast for the eyes to see all that.
Yes.
Yeah. The food's beautiful. The view's beautiful.
Get Chef Jorge and all your crew.
Yeah, great bar there too. Great bar. You sit at the bar, you look straight down the wharf. You can see everybody coming.
Did you do any renovations there at Rapids?
What we did was we did some modification of the interior. There was interior awnings and there were some large planter boxes outside the window, and we removed all of those just to give it a more open feeling and enhance the view. And then we just kind of freshened up what was there, because we have plans of doing a pretty ambitious renovation of the interior at some point, but those plans aren't fully developed. And then the exterior has its own plan, with changing the color of the building, changing the name of the restaurant, relaunching it with a new signage, and that's all in the works as we speak.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes.
More to talk about next time on your show.
Next time on the show, huh? We're going to talk about Rapids. The menu must be fantastic.
It is.
With all this
it's diverse.
Wonderful dishes.
We've got Mary's chicken that he barbecues and served with wild mushroom sauce. Outstanding. Does a terrific marinated pork chop. Regulars are loving that. And we have steaks, a little of everything.
That's great. So you can have anything you want.
Yeah, and a great lineup of seafood. And of course, we're doing the fresh crab there today as well.
Today, huh?
Washington State, yeah.
So call Rapids today and enjoy a great crab.
That's right. Rapids.com on the web, or 372-7562.
272-7562. Rapids. Today, have a cocktail there. And a wonderful crab cocktail, right?
Take a stroll to the wharf, which I know Chef Alberto has done many times.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes in disguise.
Oh, my God. Nobody knows me out there. They don't even know me. But I do go there and check it out, and say hello to Mr. Phillips.
Yeah.
But it's always around his empire watching them. They're doing the right thing.
I'm getting ready to head back there as we speak.
There we go. So we're going to say goodbye now. And we're going to say goodbye to people from Fresno and people from all of those areas, Madera and Monterey, Salinas. All the people are watching. Remember to call Alberto's El Restaurante, where you're going to enjoy great food, great dinners, great lasagnas, and great pastas, and great wines. Only at Alberto's, area code 831-373-3993. And we say goodbye now, and God bless you. Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
Cheers.
A pleasure.
Thank you.
I'm a sentimental sap, that's all. What's the use of trying not to fall? I have no will. You made your kill, 'cause you took advantage of me. I'm just like an apple on the bough, and you're gonna shake me down somehow. So what's the use? You cooked my goose, 'cause you took advantage of me. I'm so hot and bothered that I don't know my elbow from my ear. I suffer something awful each time you go, and much worse when you're near. Here I am with all my bridges burned, just a babe in arms where you're concerned. So lock the door and call me yours, 'cause you took advantage of me. That I don't know my elbow from my ear. I suffer something awful each time you go, and much worse when you're near. Here I am with all my bridges burned, just a babe in arms where you're concerned. So lock the door and call 'cause you took advantage of me. Oh, you took advantage of me. Yeah, you took